want to upload a video about religion, then I went to different topics. So I deleted the video. I'm gonna say it again. 50 wonderful minutes. Gone with the wind. I have a lot of videos, so this point is about the taghoutic, the taghut figure in the spiritual world. Let's call it spiritual world. That is possessing people and talking to people, even giving instruction, giving some sort of blessings, make the people cross from place to place, yeah, from time to time, things like this. I'm not. No, listen. Let's stop here. I'm talking about. Let's stop this. I mean something. For example, a person, for example, in England. If I give examples, then you will not understand exactly what I'm trying to say. What the devil, there is in the spiritual world, there is, through this divine time, this age, the devil reforms some sort of a godly figures. This is taghut. The Quran, I'm explaining about the faith. I explained everything you need basically about Islam. And I have explained some things in the corner. So I'm not going to say you don't need anything more. No, of course not. But I'm just saying I gave you the point. The point of Islam. Don't come start hunting and some wrong darkness things here. It's 14th century. The messenger died before 14th centuries. The final one. But I'm just saying to you, in the Quran it says, don't be obedience to this. Don't obey him. لا تطع واسجد واقترب. And be a worshipper to me and come closer. God is saying. Muhammad peace be upon him is saying in the Quran, and there is a lot of hadith. Allah لا يكلم لا ينبغي أن Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never talk to a servant, a creature among the human, among others, when it's come to dunya in life, except من وراء hijab. من وراء hijab means something between you and him, like sleeping while your conscience is not working. This is the interpretation. You cannot say, of course some would say, no, he's talking about some prophets and messengers because they didn't see God when they were in dunya. Oh no, even when it's come to us, you cannot say that I saw God, I talked to God. No chance, especially after Muhammad, the final messenger. But there might be some sort of blessings in the dream. Now the devil can come to you in the dream and say, I am your God, and I bless you. Or how could you know this is a ru'ya, prophetic, or a normal dream? أضغاث أحلام أو رؤيا. How? By the catalog. The catalog is with you, by the instruction, by the Quran, by those who are knowledgeable. And you think, you use your mind after reading Quran, you need to see things, yani. If you're not capable, then the real problem is in you. If I'm not understanding it, then the problem is in me. وجد ضالته في الروم. Now this point of the hadith, what وجد إبليس ضالات. إبليس ضال. لما أقول أنا ضالتي, for example, I lost $5 or riyal or whatever currency, and I'm walking the street. This is a dhalla. No, it's not. No. You know, bride, the companies. Like, oh yeah, that's a good example. I have used it many times before I even come here in England. 6 years, 7 years. Though it is easy to understand in Arabic, but some people would say, يعني what does this mean? وجد ضالته في الروم والإبليس ضالات, يعني تفسير هذا الحديث وهذا. Imagine I am a worker and I want to bring a lot of materials to a country, and the country rules say that you need to pay us 40% for such material. For such material you need to pay us 40%, And you need to be obedient to the conditions and rules. And all of a sudden I looked at these materials and I think they will stop me from entering it to certain country, to this country or any, because there is a problem with this material. It have a problem. This material have a problem. Okay, so I go to this internal ministry board or department, and I go there, and I want my dhalla, the thing that, which is an employee who would take a bride, take this amount of money, 1,000, and sign the document so that the border will allow it to enter. Okay? Yeah, do it for me. Forget about the kiss. So, oh, Tariq, you were busy. No. I was busy with myself, alone, imagining things, alone, free, happy. Thank you, City Council, NHS, authority. Just back off, leave me alone. Yeah, go and put some time on someone else, not me. Oh, you're studying things, of course. So I'm teaching you. Oh, yeah, of course. Let's continue. Worldwide, anyway. So this person go to this company, to this department, apartment, whatever, and all of a sudden someone said to him, this is a tip, go to that fucker, this person, that person, and please, you will find your dhalla there. You will find your dhalla with those fuckers, with this fucker. This employee, I mean. Okay, fine. And you go to this employee and say, hi employee, you're working in this department, okay? Hello, salam, peace, or whatever. Good day, hi, how are you? It's nice to meet you, yeah, hi. I have this issue. Can you close the door so that no one will listen to us? If someone is listening and they start feeling in love with how nice I am when explaining, don't make what is the word? Appearance fool you. No, I'm joking. I mean, okay. The answer is you should be, because I am a man of knowledge. Unless if you're an enemy, have something to do with my case, then excuse yourself. No mercy. Trust me. Oh yeah. Now, what do you mean directly or something directly? Check my videos and you'll understand. Especially روتانا. ليش انا اطلع، لان ماني قاعد لحالي هنا. يعني رجاء، الواحد يجلس لحاله هنا رجاء. So this person وجد ضالته. He found what he's missing, what he need in this employee. So the employee closed the door, said to them, please, this is the document. I need you to sign here. In this place, okay? This place, thank you. And this one. I'm a little bit cold, so regardless. No, fine. The weather. Thank you, City Council. The weather is fine. Otherwise, I will put my green thing. So sign here, please. Thank you very much. Give me the document. And no, take this amount of money. Oh, no problem. Because the material, he told me. Oh, thank you very much. Regardless how the scenario is, I want you to do me a favor, and I'm ready. The material is fine. You will not be forgotten. The material is fine. I can pay 25%. Should you not mention that these items are that thing, or this item this type, this item is this type? Am I boring you? You don't need to know the truth then. This thing is... You don't need... it's gonna be fine with the consumers. So this guy, I think it's gonna be alright. Give me the document. Sign here. Everything is fine. So he gave a bride amount of money. Take وَجَدَ ضَلَّتَهُ. This person who is doing a sin, doing a crime, doing a dark imposement, وَجَدَ ضَلَّتَهُ, by this employee. Now, I should make this example because I mean جمرك in Arabic. There is what you call it, a green place. I mean, now people. I'm talking about bad medicines. I'm talking about that will kill people. I'm talking about some لحوم فاسدة, that meat that is poison. So whatever. I'm talking about all sorts of things that will, regardless, you can find an example. I'm not here. That will. So how did Satan, when it's come to the faith, وجد ضالة بالروم? How? Now there is Noah. There is things after Noah. And other things, it's not only about Rotana, it's other things, but regardless. To choose the words here, because this is a very sensitive topic. The devil have established with time a god for Europeans. After the Vikings and within the Vikings, before and after. I'm talking about the early stage Vikings. There was messengers, definitely. There was an explanation about God, like Allah explaining about Him in ancient China, the God of ancient China. He's explaining through messengers. A, B, C, D. This is how it is. With time, the devil start talking to these cults in Europe, for example, till the Roman have inherited things, that each cult have its own. I mean, there is a study saying that if the number of people is few, the religion will be more. If the number of people become bigger and bigger, the number of religion go down. And this is, I'm not going to go and talk about this point. I'm going to talk about the cults and gods, until it's reached the political system, the religion of the political system. The elite, the child of emperors. The emperors are considered the children of gods. Of course, at that time, when there is, do you see the sun? When the sun disappears and the moon come its place, or the sun itself disappear because, or the moon disappear because of the shadow. The shadow of the moon, the planet Earth, covers the sun. And people used to do at that time, some calculation, and they need to know to predict which time, like now, thousands of years, they know that there will be, I don't know, forget the word. We will not see the sun at that time. We will not see the moon at that time, because they had this calculation. I think it's easy to understand. When the sun at the midday disappeared because the moon come at its face. Do you know what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Like this. What is the word? You know what I mean. So. And they used to talk to people that the god moon is gonna disappear for a while. And he talked to the emperor, or talked to the elite, or talked to these monks, that he will do a sign to you at that day. And people would say, okay, come on. And you need to gather. It's gonna be a festival. And they used to come and sit. And all of a sudden the sun is disappearing. Oh my, regardless of their God. They're saying, and they become more obedient to these monks. Okay. Now, وَجَدَ ضَلَّتَهُ. I mean, now, if you go to some singers, if you go to some politicians, there is some, I'm not talking about monks, they see things. Wallah, they see things, and they are aware of things, and some of them predict people watching them things, and people who are doing some. There is some sort of, you cannot understand it, and you don't want to go there. Really, unless if you are part of it. And most of those in this planet right now, They are not even at the second level going into it. It's the first level. All of this. But century before, no, the devil used to give them more. Don't mention my name. Leave me out of it. يعني ايش هو supervision يعني عامل لي انت مينيتور يعني ولا ايش القصة يعني انت فاهم بكل المنطق الحين انت فاهم. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Talking to Arabic, you don't need to understand. Oh, of course, some will try. Anyway, if you're an Arab, speak Arabic, forget about it. So you are not even at the first level of it. Don't go. And they just, they feel others. I mean, I don't want to mention this example. No, it's different. The aspects of it's different. When a mother feels something happening to her child, or because this is the etheric body he used to come from her, regardless, some sort of magnetic. No, I'm talking about other things. Someone, for example, living. Oh my goodness. يعني أنا صراحة ما ودي أقول أمثلة. ممكن ما أبغى شيء يستعمل ضدي من السفل اللي مو فاهمين أنا على إيش. المهم هذا أمر لله. أنا على قدي I'm humble I'm nothing يعني يعني أنا I just want to explain point here. I don't want to I just that's how it is. I'm tired. والله tired. I'm not. They know things, and sometimes, definitely in many times, the devil twists them, take them in a wrong path. Okay. فيه الانفي الحسد القوة الحسد هذه لأنها تفتح أمور. But لا this is another topic. راح الزئبق وراح هذا ما فاتح الموضوع. So how the devil did this طباشير أيضا أنا ما أتدخل. I'm talking to myself and this is how I treat myself. Yeah, just that's how it is. Just keep just let's focus on the point. So the devil have reformed a relationship, some sort of gods. Since the time of the pyramids, by the way, when the Pharaoh said, أنا ربكم الأعلى, I am the biggest God. Because there was in Egypt cults worshipping the sun, really a sun, worshipping the angels, worshipping spirits, worshipping the planet, not the Israelite, my ancestor. I'm not talking about those Goan who are worshipping this taghutic wild beast, calling it Ilahum. Okay, even them they are involved. I should say. So I'm not talking about Europe and the so-called Christian. I'm talking about the so-called Hindus in India, the Chinese, the so-called Buddhists. I'm talking about cults in Africa. This is the same story. An Antichrist identity. You would find it with the so-called Shiite as well. Let's focus on the so-called Shiite, and let's focus with those who call themselves Jews and the so-called Christian. When we go and talk about those who call themselves Hindus and Buddhists, I mean, they are a second degree. I'm sorry, don't be angry. You're a second degree, and I'm good with you. I should say you are 9,000, the degree 9,000. But I'm going to say the second degree when it's come to Saturn and your effect. You come a second degree for him, but you're on the wrong path. والله لا أسأل ولا أخذ على أي كلمة أنا قلتها بإذن الله برحمته ورحمة الراحمين في مقاطع الأخرى وأيضا في مقطعنا. وشو there is even singers who, the problem is that when I always look into people, okay, when I look at people, any people, when I hear about or talk about them, I always والله يعلم seeing a video, seeing a song, seeing anything, or politicians or anything, or talking about it and knowing about it, I'm always making sure that I wouldn't. The problem is when I am a medicine, problem. I'm not. This is how it's haram. And I never cross the line. Either you're in California, either you're in London, either you're in Washington. See, I'm imagining things. Either you're in Riyadh, either you're in Najaf, Karbala, or Pekin, Delhi. Oh my God, I have problem with human. يعني أنا أخافك يا الله، بس هذول مشاكل البشر صراحة. اوكي. فاتيكانو. يعني خلاص طارق, you're just talking about a different point here, topic. Just return back. What did you read about? What did you... Fine, give us the conclusion. No one is interested in you. Fine, I would like this. No one is interested. The point. So the emperor are sons or children of gods. The Pharaoh, they used to worship gods. Then he, by the deceiving powers of the devil, especially the spiritual world, made them feel that he is persisting and he's more powerful among all gods. And there is signs, and they start people believing him, and the devil grant him this god of whatever, and this god of whatever, and this god whatever, and X. They all give instructions saying that this is our biggest god, and he is at the flash. Fahra. تعبان. المهم بسم الله علي بداني. يا رب ارحمني برحمتك رمسيس. اللي انا بقوله means what I'm trying to say. So these gods, the unity of God, there is a lot of talk. When they come and took over the Holy Land, there was an instruction from the God, or this God who represents the unity of God among the Roman Catholics. He talked to them. He really talked to them. He said, this is my son. This is my son, or this is my Messiah. When you go and explain, you need to go on something in the middle. Something in the middle. هو محمد بن سلمان كان منتشي، أنا عارف. المفروض أنا أنزلها بمقطع آخر لما قال الكلمة دي، يعني صلب مصر منتشي ظل. لا خلاص لا تفتح المواضيع يا عمي. أنا شوية منزعج والله. أنا بقول لك هذاك Jesus is the God of Lebanon. أنا ما أبغى أفتح المواضيع. Lebanon God is Jesus. أنا أنزل مقطع في ذا الخصوص يعني. Jesus is the God of Lebanon. France, the God of France is Jesus, and the God of Lebanon is Jesus. لا Jesus God is the Lebanon God is Jesus. إيش فيه يعني؟ إيش المصيبة دي اللي إحنا نتعامل مع ده؟ واللي جايك someone coming from Serbia and settling in Lebanon. Someone is coming from, and they are all settling in Lebanon, and they are causing this trouble. ما أنا أنزل مقاطع. I would like to upload a video about these points. أوكي طيب. أنا والله تعبان بس إن هذا المهم. This is the points. Take the point. That's it. Okay. حلو. أنا إنسان I'm sweet. Wallah, I'm sweet, but because I'm fucked. I don't want to show any sweetness. Wallah, I'm sweet. I'm imagining. لحظة دقيقة خلاص. Let's return back to the topic. See, start liking me. I don't want you to like me. I want you to accept the truth. I'm trying to save you. لا خلاص دقيقة. No, easy. Let's be serious. طيب serious. أبغى أصير serious. Please don't delete the video. Forget about Jesus, God of Lebanon. عشان كذا يجونا كذا الأغبياء. Jesus يا محمد إسلام no. Islam. محمد Islam. داعش. Anyway, بسم الله عليه. So this God, in a certain level, said that this is my son. And then people, though there is a lot of scenes that I don't. And people, someone said this, then they killed them. Someone said that and killed them. With time, until Constantine, yeah, things like this. Then the Roman Catholic, the Universal Catholic. Imagine if I am explaining about Jesus and Christianity, the Father, to be saved. God is Jesus. God has sent him to us. All what you need to do is just take That's it. Stop it, Tariq. Stop it. Easy. Okay. She's the defender of the faith. The second Elizabeth. Easy. Thank God is a secular country. But still there is an exception. Not on me. Ooh. I hope the neighbor is not in the room, because if he's in the room, he would say, oh my God, they brought a dog to this house. At the end, I'm only saying the truth. Oh, yeah. Oh. Don't open any gate. Don't open any gate. Because if you open the gate, especially, I might go, he might see, she might see. Problem, please. I wish you luck. Go. Peace. I want the peace. One second. Let's continue. There is no chance that I'm saying something that is not acceptable in the YouTube community, unless if you're a Lebanese, so-called Christian Lebanese. That's another topic. So that. And so, with time, he's my son and I was him. And all of a sudden, I'm going to talk fast. All of a sudden, he talked to me. The Father is me and I am him. He's my Father, God, and I'm him. all this with these cults. Some of them are pedophile cults, gay cults, and things like that. They are the one who's writing what is called the Bible. I'm not assaulting those who are considered the apostles. No. I'm just saying some of the apostles cannot read and write. Oh yeah. No. They didn't supervise. So I'm not attacking them. And I'm not saying that all of them are wrong. There is a deceiving. They are not messengers. There is at the end, they are not messengers. No. If you're gonna start this wrong, no. All of this is a heritage of the Roman. If you want to take it and accept it, I understand. And you say, I see some sort of spiritual blessings in this. Oh, this is dunya. We are not at the judgment day. We are not in the hereafter. I would understand this. And Islam is saying for you to convince them to keep away from this for their future after death. I'm not talking about the so-called Christian alone with Roman. Again, it is the same story, but in a different scenario. The so-called Hindus and the so-called Buddhists. يا أخي طارق أبد لا تزعجني أنا تعبان والله. I'm imagining things. والله. The so-called Christian, the so-called Hindus, and the so-called Buddhists, and the so-called Shiite, and other cults, and other things. Okay, so it's the same. And those who call themselves Jews as well, it is the same. So I'm not just focusing on those who call themselves Christian or Roman. No, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you the truth about your faith. I'm sure that your faith is powerful. Who am I even to touch your ass? I mean, yes, I'm coming. It is good to have an accommodation and a place to sit. It's good, honestly. Thank you very much again, the constant messages. It's good. Yeah. دقيقة. لا ما so don't you ever think, don't be angry with this, that these people, if you're an atheist, no, they talk to creatures, they talk to things, I assure you that. And they are gonna bring one thing at the end. The atheist world, there is a scenario. I always talk about scenarios when it's come to creating an atmosphere of what's considered the devil worshipper, Satan worshipper, those are with it. Scenario about the Arabian Peninsula, I have mentioned something, and these people are pushing to it. I wish that they would be eliminated, the enemies. Anyway, they are mocking me in Arabia. How do you know? Now, I understand the personality there. I understand the personality of so many, but and the government, they are mocking me, and they are working absolutely. Who are you to be not mocked? We all mocking you. No, mocking. They are working absolutely against. If I say something, they work the other way around. Okay, and this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible when you know about your country, especially if you are harmed personally. This is. Now, I'm talking about Gulf states, and I'm talking about. So, there is the so-called individuals. They talk to something. I don't care. They are inspired. There is among them some people who are talking to things. Okay. So he talked to them. So Constantine was not just, he's not a result like many. Majus, I can talk about the Majus. Ali Khomeini, others. No, this is different. I mean, I'm talking the school of those who call themselves Shiite. I shouldn't mention the name Ali Khomeini. Not your business to delete or not. Ali Khomeini have established something very terrible to us. Of course, the so-called Christians are behind him, bowing him. And those who call themselves Jews. Well, you choose. It was a result, as I said, there is a lot of scenarios that need to be explained with the Midrash. And he said, he is my son. And now they say, we talk about Allah. Some of them Allah might appear to them. And he says, he is my son. No, this is not Allah. This is not Allah. Many things in my mind, and alhamdulillah, I'm not saying that personally, I'm saying the truth, that I am 100% a man of righteousness. No, I'm not saying this, I'm just saying that there is a place for me that was destroyed there. Well, thank you very much, City Council, and thank you very much, NHS, really, really. So this is all, it's complicated, but it's all contact each other. So this is how Constantine accepted that Jesus, or Jesus, of course, the pig of earth and the worldly pig of earth, there is a scenario of real story. There is a real story explaining that this is not an insult, but this is the pig of earth, and cults and things like that. There was cults in Europe that worship the pig. Do you know that until now they're celebrating some sort of the god pig or something like this in China? Okay, forget about this point. لا دي مش مشكلة. How can I say this? I don't want to talk to anyone face to face. Look at the person who went to America. There is a person who traveled to America and he took this power of the cross. The real power of this taghotic cross is in America. It's not in Italy, no. Not in Italy, no, it's not. I understand. I'm talking about the power. It's in America. And the devil is doing a good job there. كيد ضعيف. This verse of Quran, but this doesn't mean that we are only talking about the Taghut in Europe and the so-called Christian. No, the so-called Hindus, the so-called Buddhists. But it is all about damaging their future. The people's future and the hereafter. And causing all of... But the affecting power to this world, oh, who are you defending Muhammad and Islam? Look at Daesh, look, you need to fuck off and to keep away from my area. And then question as much as you want. And by the way, the Holy Land is part of my area. It's not the Goyim who are in a world that you cannot imagine it, thinking that it's their country and they return back. I have the power. I got the power to curse the enemies. Because I'm a victim of unjust. I was going to say something else, but... So I have the power to to ask Allah. Others know. For example, someone is angry with me and saying, but you, unjust against you, but you understand me? No. And then this is how it developed. That's so in their mind, these cults, these schools, that the God, the unity, this father of the Roman, certain Roman important, connected to the elite cults, associated with other cults, this father of us, he's a father of the world, universal. And this Jesus, this person, this Messiah, this is the pick of this Isa, the son of Virgin Mary, is the Son of God. And he was killed in the cross. At the beginning, cross is salvation. And then they attached it to each another. The same story, there is a star, dimensional star. With time, put it to David. Munira, put it to the Israel. That's it, a joke. How can you talk to these people? How? And in the process, they are creating unjust against you, personally. So I'm gonna give another example. Look at those who call themselves Jews. Among them, cults until now got nothing. Who believe in a Messiah. This Messiah is not the Messiah of the so-called Christian, the Crusades. No. And at the same time, both of their Messiah are not Isa, the son of Virgin Mary. The Messiah of those who call themselves Jews are going to do some duties that got nothing to do to the realistic world. And then I'm going to do, what do you mean? What about Islam Messiah? No, you don't understand what I mean. I'm not talking about the realistic aqidah or faith. Because he will come. I'm talking about a Messiah coming to defend darkness for light. And his people are the people of righteousness. Their Messiah, based on their book, is a Messiah that will eliminate good or bad Gentiles, Goyim. Who are the Gentile non-Israelis? This is absolutely rubbish. For the Jews' sake, who are the Jews' sake? The Goyims who are calling themselves Israelites. Da or da. This is it. You go to those Messiah of those who call themselves Christian. This Messiah is supporting, bringing those who call themselves Jews to the Holy Land. And he gave them inspiration. And he talked to them. And he is the God and the God is him. Look how it developed. Don't be angry with the truth. Hussein, may Allah bless us by meeting him in heaven or paradise. I consider this a huge request, but Allah is capable to do everything. Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, may Allah grant him the absolute satisfaction, and he is worth it. And he's prophesied by Muhammad, peace be upon him. What is grant him the absolute satisfaction, and he's of course granting it. Peace be upon him and peace be upon his family. This wonderful person, this wonderful lad, this wonderful grandchild of Muhammad, peace be upon him. What happened about with Imam al-Hussein? Imam al-Hussein, easy and simple. Imam al-Hussein in Iraq, when he was killed, and it was a terrible thing by Yazid. Yazid is a person who is not shown respect even among the Sunnis. Those who call themselves Shiite consider Yazid, and they are understanding the point in a different. It's the same with the Majus, God of fire, fire God, and things like that. This Father of God, with time, with people who want to take advantage. Exactly, two scenarios of the story. I have a problem with Muhammad and those people who want to take advantage of the Hussein so that they would attack the normal Islam and cause trouble to what they consider an Arabic Islam. Strange stupidity. Like those who call themselves, after Constantine, the so-called Christian, they start attacking the real Messihian, and they brought their embossment about the cross and things like that. And at the same time, what did they do? To give legitimacy to themselves to occupy the Holy Land. This is before 2000 years or 17th century. This is what happened. And look at the number of people who are going to be granted fire and wrath of God. Those who call themselves Shiite, you will find, and to be honest with you, there is videos, I saw these videos, and I used to watch so many of these who call themselves Christian, Catholic, Protestants who had channel on YouTube, just to understand how they are putting things in Nebuchadnezzar, Saddam Hussein, Armageddon, Gog Magog, and I am just watching, and I was busy in 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, and 2011, and 2012, and 2013. I'm trying to find these videos, I'm not finding it. Those who call themselves Christian and those who call themselves Jews, prophecies, have they looked, and it's rubbish. There is a lot of videos, even when it's the so-called Hindus, the so-called Buddhists as well, but those who call themselves Shiite, there is a lot among them, not one, not two, not 10, who say that God is Hussein, and Hussein is God. And some say Ali. They believe this is how their school, that Imam Ali and Imam Hussein, their moves is the move of God. God become a human being. The same story, Buddha. This is it. This is the world of Taghout. This is a Taghout. This is the work to prepare, not to prepare. The word prepare is not in its place. To seduce the people to work in darkness, a wrongdoer, and work it in a wrong way, and continue practicing the wrong practices, not wrong practices, Islam. No, all circling for a reason. The stone for this Masalla, which is essentially from the pyramids, which you can find in European capital, there in France. They took it from Egypt, put it there. Forget its name. No, if there is a reason when Muhammad asked them to put 3 and did this, instructed them by instruction of God. And there was no circling Kaaba. There was always all statues all around Kaaba. The devil brought it for people, preparing, like the cross, preparing for the Messiah, to just seduce people and make them reject. Now this is another topic. And he said, circle, do that. 7 circles, each time. This is how it is. This will help you in this life and in the hereafter when you die. Once it's enough. The gathering itself for the Ummah, no longer the capital of Islam is Jerusalem, the capital of Islam is Mecca. Islam didn't start with Muhammad, it was renewed. Those who call themselves have not right to say, then you take Mecca, no, you take Eastern Europe, okay, and Ethiopia, and there Asfahan, and some places in Russia as a country to you, and build whatever number of temples you want. You give us back our fucking Holy Land. With respect to the Holy Land. This is how it is. Like those who call themselves Shia, Hussein, Ali, He's getting to them. That's it. This is the same story how he's doing this process. This is it. This is how it's working. I went to some points I shouldn't point to it. This is how it is. You worship the devil. The devil is making you, through this worship, making empowerment to the time when the Antichrist would come, or the Antichrist would be empowered to rule the world. He's ruling. Not completely, but the Messiah will come and Allah will interfere by miracles to destroy the Antichrist world, which you are building. If you are not 100% Muslim, and you understand, you need to understand the Aqidah of Islam. And you cannot understand the Aqidah of Islam by doing the enough submission in your soul. I'm not talking about the practices, except through Muhammad. What about all messengers? مش مشكلة. So it's the same. And sometimes the devil gives them a lot of wrong ideas and wrong things about certain people for a certain reason. Oh yeah, he ruled them, he controlled them. And the problem is that there will be a world of atheism, okay? If there was no Islam, there will be an absolute world of atheism, because the atheist will at the end, and the devil will support them, will at the end say, if you have a faith, you're dead. Because those who have faith did a lot of rubbish to us. For example, go to Europe. For example, I can go to India, China, other places. For example, again, Africa, other places. For example, look at those when they're famines, ta'un, the disease in Europe. They're waiting for Jesus to solve it. If someone wants to give a mathematical calculation, they burn him. If this continued, no bridge of science by the Muslims world, who took the Roman and Greece and Indian and Chinese development, made a development. Okay, there will be an industrial revolution in some sort. It will take a lot of time, because humanity will go and the devil will give blessings to it, and he will not show himself. And all of those who have any religion, but Islam cannot, those who call themselves Christian are just are a joke, are puppet. I'm sorry, I'm not talking about all. I'm talking about those who... I'm looking at these channels where they're criticizing Islam or Muhammad. I'm talking about all dark groups. I'm sorry. Those even how they call themselves Shia. If there was no Islamic... Imagine there is no Muhammad. What do you think will happen? Roman. Everything will find out the world is a Christian. No. There will be no Masjid Aqsa. This is the first point. Those who call them Jews will be forced worldwide, unless if they run away to China or some places, and they will be Buddhists or be third degree or first. That's it. No, Buddhists, there are much scenarios. Be smart, be intelligent. He will never give it to you. There will be no Jew there. Imagine how God is mercy even to those, or there will be no so-called, with respect to those who call themselves anti-Zionist Jews, on regard of the point, their opinions about Holy Land and things like that. Those who are calling themselves Christian, there will be no Christianity. Do you see what happened in Russia? Will be worse in Europe. They will burn the church, they will kill and execute. I don't want any faith. And there will be tyrants. And these tyrants will be heroes for the European people. We don't want any faith. We don't want any people to file. We don't want any rulership to you, and we don't want any red or green blood for royalties. This is rubbish. Power to the people. Okay, you need to put this through your ass if you cannot use your mind. If you think through your ass, use your ass. This is the truth. This is how you need to tell. You have a problem with anything, you need to understand this point about your faith. Either you call yourself a Hindu, and I gave a lot in explanation, even before I come here. A lot. Prediction, prophecies. Not about, it's actual analysis. You go and analyze things. What's happening right now. Be realistic, and you will understand. This is the future of humanity. And I have explained about the true facts and the absolute 100%. What about Islam and things khala'if? I have explained the needed. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is indeed his final messenger. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. If you have any other than this, be an atheist. And if you choose to be an atheist, be a humanitarian. I know it will be a very terrible, cannot be reached at the long term, because through atheism, and I've given it, I told you how if there is, in case of there is collapses, the devil will create a spiritual world. People will start worshipping the trees. And please, I gave a lot and deleted some videos, and some videos is there, but regardless of this scenario, be a good atheist with conscience. Don't be a bad atheist. Protect yourself and know what is the reaction, what's happening, what is beyond this Islam, what is behind this Christianity, Buddha, Hinduism. There is atheists who said, are living a clean life, who said that if we are forced to choose a faith, we would be a Sunni Muslim. Absolutely, a Sunni Muslim. And some of them said, no, regardless. And the moderate path, not reaction, they would say. If we are, but now it is what it is. We are the result of things happened, and we want to keep it secular, freedom, or whatever, humanitarian right, things like this. I'm talking about the West. I'm not talking about any atheist from Russia, or any atheist from China, or any atheist from India. No, I'm not talking. If some of you are good, I'm not talking about you. The environment there is not helpful. I apologize for saying the truth that might bother you. An Iranian atheist? I'm talking about a Western atheist. Okay? Western atheist. Then, in this regard, but if you have, you don't want to accept Islam, you don't want even to take it to the maximum moderate Islam, easy and simple, relax, not gonna create any unjust about anyone, know your line, ask people to treat you the way you want, you treat people the way you want to be treated, understanding difference here and there, be an atheist with conscience. Don't be a bad atheist. What is the difference? There is atheists who are a big supporter to the so-called Israeli state. Wrong! There is an atheist who are a big supporter to those who call them Shiite against the Sunnis. Absolutely dangerously wrong. Like dangerously wrong to support those who call themselves Zionists against the anti-Zionists, saying that it's not, doesn't make. They are self-hated Jews. They should support the Jewish. This is a terrible, dangerous wrong. Someone is saying Hindus are nice, India for Hindus. You don't understand anything about Hinduism. You understand me? Buddhism, communist, things like that. Oh yeah, even if it's showing good economy, good things. I know it's complicated, it's not easy. Depend on how level you are intelligent and experience, informated, smart. And it depends how God is blessing you, even if you don't believe that, to see things. ومن يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له إنك لا تهدي من تشاء بل الله يهدي من يشاء. شكرا. Thank you.